Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ravenport and episode 7 of this Let's Play series on Farm Simulator 19. So in the last episode we started off harvesting our fields, so we harvested all our soybeans and sold that crop off. Also harvested the field of wheat that was our new field, field 23, and then we started planting the grass, as you can see here. Unfortunately it's growing a bit patchy for some reason. So this section has not started to grow yet, and this section has, and the other crops have just started showing through, and they are, we check the map, so they do need another layer of fertilisation. There's no weeds at the moment, but we do need to get some fertiliser on those, which I'll do at some point. Field 23, as you can probably see from the map, I did fully cut down the trees around there. I've ploughed it all out and extended the field, as you can see, the original section in the lighter blue and the outer section, which is very patchy again. We've sort of like the second fertilisation stage in areas. So I did all that off camera, and selling the trees has taken us up to 134,000. So we've got quite a bit of money. Unfortunately we can't do much with the grass at the moment till it's finished growing, and these crops. The eggs, I did fill the section where they spawn. I have moved them all out the way, but no more eggs have spawned, but the message has stopped, so I'm sure they'll come through at some point. As for the price, I think it's still quite low. I've gone past it. So the egg price, the best price at the moment is 3,500 at the restaurant, which isn't the best price I've seen, but isn't too bad, so I may take those up to the restaurant. So what we want to do today is get the horse paddock in, and then start looking at getting the equipment we need to get the horses. So the horse paddock, we're going to go for the small one, which is the 50,000. I've put the F1 menu on first so we can see how much it's going to cost us. I have got now the new latest patch, which is the version 1.1.3, which they have adjusted the cost of the placeables with the terrain deformation, so it shouldn't be as expensive as it was previously for some items. So I was thinking about getting this just at the bottom of the grass field around here. Looking at that, that's not too bad, 52,600. So we can just adjust the height, get it a little bit cheaper. It looks 52,599. So around there is going to be the cheapest place. So I think that'll do. So if we pop that down, now we can just go and have a look at it. So it doesn't look too bad. Slight little dip there, but nothing to worry about. It does block this road off coming into the farm and going over to the sheds and that, but we have got the path going down that way, so it's not an issue. So we've got the feed trough, the dialogue box. There's nothing on this side. I believe that's where you put the straw in, and then the water trough. So we're going to need water, straw, hay and oats. We've got a few oats. Can't put any oats in at the moment until we've actually got some horses in there. It won't take it. So there's the horse enclosure or paddock. So what else we're going to need? We're going to need quite a few things, and I am going to extend the loan to buy them, just so we can get everything we need. So first thing I want to do is buy a pickup. I think we'll just go with this one, but change the colour. So what colour should we go for? Could go for a case red. No, that doesn't look good in red. I'm thinking a navy blue, or maybe the crimson. The crimson doesn't look too bad. I think we'll go with that. So we'll buy that, and then we can put our eggs in that. We also need the animal transport, so the horse box, and I think we'll match it with the truck. Go crimson on that one as well, so we'll buy that. There's obviously a lot of other things we're going to need. The little aquatrans. Let's buy that one while we're here. The bale shredder, we want one for the front loader, which is that one. We don't need anything else out of that category. Obviously the other things we're going to need is mowers. I think we'll probably just go with the Coon rear mower, because we're not going to have a huge amount of grassland, so we definitely don't need the butterfly rear mower setup and the front setup, so we'll go with that one. So that's pretty much taken all our money. If we head up to the store and jump in our pickup, what we'll do is I'll take the horse trailer or the horse box back down to the farm. We'll load up the eggs, and then we'll bring the eggs up to the restaurant, which is just down here, to sell. See how much we make off the I'm not sure how many boxes there are, but we'll have a look, see how much we make off those. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just drop the trailer off by where the drop off point is for the horses, and then we'll go and put the egg boxes in the back of here. Obviously we have got one new box just spawned. Right, so let's try to be careful. We don't want to break them before we get to the sell point. One good thing I like about the lifting the objects now, if you're not sure of this, I'm not sure how you do it on keyboard and mouse, but if you're on the Xbox controller, if you hold down the RB button, you can then literally twist the placeable, or the object that you can pick up, so you can position it a little bit better than you could before. Although it is a little bit tricky to quite get it the right orientation. It does help a little bit when you're stacking items, that you can kind of place them a bit better than you could before, which is really useful. So I'm hoping these the straps will hold these down, and they're not going to go flying off the back of the pickup when we drive down the road. I say it can be a little bit tricky to get the orientation, but it does make stacking a little bit easier. So it's one of those things, it'll probably take you a while to get used to it, but once you do get the hang of it, it's going to make life a lot easier. Okay, last couple of boxes to fit on. We just try and orientate this that way around, so I can just drop it in the back. So it's still quite a bit tricky to get used to. Well, there's that one. I don't know if we'll fit that one on. Could possibly fit it down there. I'm not sure how many's in there, but we'll take it anyway, as we're taking all the rest. So if we flip it, possibly put it, oh, that one's shifted. Try and drop it down here. It'll go. sort of. It's gonna be one of them now. Trying to tidy these up is gonna mess everything up probably. There we go. That's not too bad. Now we put some straps on. Hopefully that'll securely hold them all down. So I'll head up to the restaurant. Hopefully these will sell, because a few people have said they've been having issues with the eggs not selling at the sell points. Not sure if that's something that was fixed in the last patch. Don't think it was on the patch notes that it had been rectified, or whether it was an issue they were aware of. I'm not sure, but we'll see when we get there. Okay, so I'm not sure if we need to take these off the back, whether they'll just start selling. Yeah, they're... Oh, some of them sold. Okay. Do I need to... There we go, take the straps off and help. So they're selling in dribs and drabs. They don't seem to be selling anymore, so see if, there we go. So some of them sold straight off the back, some of them aren't. It looks like we're getting 528 per box, which is actually quite good. It's 150 litres a box. So that one's sold. Yeah, so there still seems to be some slight issue with selling them, as they're not selling straight away. Some are, some aren't, for some strange reason. So that last box was probably the last one we picked up. So why is this one not selling? There we go. So how much did we actually make? Harvest income. So 10,586 all in total, which is quite good actually. It's a lot more than I was expecting. So that's nearly paid for half of the chicken coop anyway. So the next full load we get, hopefully that will get another 10,000 plus. That'll be the chicken coop paid for, and then it's just the chickens, and then anything on top of that then I'll just be pure profit. Alright, so I'll get this back to the yard, see if I can fill it up on the way. Then we'll need to get the tractor up here to pick up the mower and the other bits and pieces we're going to need. Okay, so we dropped off the water tank and back up the store. What I am going to do is, instead of waiting for the stuff, I know it's going to be a little bit more expensive to do, but I thought we might as well just buy the one straw and one hay bale. We've already got some oats from the previous harvest, so if we take the bale spike out of the Warzy, we can put the straw bale into that and then take those both back at the same time. I forgot this Remo was the one that sticks out the back. I prefer the one that folds up vertical. So if we just flip this over and get this dropped in there, and we can take it back. Hopefully the mower should counterbalance the bale shredder. And then what I'll do is come back. We do need, obviously to do the grass we're going to need a windrower, tedder and stuff like that as well. So I'll probably come back up to pick up one of those and get a hay bale as well at the same time. So we've got pretty much everything we need then to get going. And then we can go and look again a couple of horses. We'll get a baler as well, but we don't need that just yet. I'll probably get that when the grass is ready to cut, so we can do some hay bales. So as we're just driving past, this is our field now that I played out in the previous episode, the end between episodes. So we've planted canola in this one. As you can see, it's quite a lot bigger. All the trees across the top of the field were cut down, and the ones that were just outside where the new field boundary is cut down as well, just to give us a bit of room. Handy having the biomass heating plant right there, so we didn't have far to take the trailers with the logs in. And once you get used to the new chainsaw and cutting down these trees, it does get a little bit quicker and easier to do. So we'll get these dropped off, and I'll just drop these down where they need to go for now, and then we can get them put away. What I'll try and do is get another shed put up just in front of field 19. I'll just drop the mower off. Oh, stop folding up. You can't lower it down without unfolding it. Just in front of field 19, we'll probably get another one of the sheds there that we can store bales in, and the bale shredder. So if I take the bale spike back out so I can get a hay bale. So I'll probably go and get, and what we'll need to do actually, we'll increase our loan. I don't want to increase it more than we need to. So we're currently at 250,000. I'm not sure. I'm going to increase it by 100, so we'll go 350. Then we'll, once we've finished buying everything and we've got a couple of horses in there, we'll just reduce the loan back, just to leave us at like 10,000 or so. Okay, so I've just got back from the store and we've got all the equipment. So I bought the baler, we've got the new Kuhn V-rake, so I thought we'd give that a try, see what that's like. Got the Kuhn tedder as well, and I did bring a hay bale back also. So we've got everything we need now, and we've got 27,000 left, so I think it's 5,000 per horse, so we'll pretty much be left with 17,000 what we had before we took the loan out. So we'll leave it at that. I'll say I will repay the loan fully off before we finish on this Let's Play. It's one thing I always like to do on all my maps whenever I'm playing, is make sure I've fully paid off the loan. So we need to head up to the animal dealer, and I know we can go the off-road way, or we can go the safe way and stick to the road. I'll probably go part road, part off-road if we take a right up here. So I'll head up to the animal store, we'll get our 2 horses. I'm probably going to keep just the 2. I don't really want to go stupid, 3 at the most, because I don't want to spending ages off camera before episodes riding the horses around just to get their level up. Although I do know they're like worth £50,000 or $50,000 once fully trained. Now we can completely go off-road this way. Might be a bit easier with the trees if we go first person. That's handy. I didn't realise that road went up. It's difficult to see on the map. So I've just gone past where we need to go, because we need to go around the back. So if we go round here, go around the back of the store this way. Right, so it's just here. So it's not too far from the farm. So if we stop there, lower that down. How do you raise the cover? Open cover. Just as the train goes past. So we don't want pigs. We want horses. So we've got a choice of grey. We've got the Pinto, Palomino, Chestnut, Bay, Black, Seal Brown, and Dun. So we'll go for a Seal Brown, and they look a bit similar. And we'll go for a Pinto. So confirm that. So that's the rear end of our 2 new horses. We can fold that back up. And we'll get these back down to the farm, and then we can get all their feed in, top the water up, and have a look what else we need to do to start increasing their value. Okay, so let's get our new horses into their new paddock. I must say I am really impressed with this pickup. Handling compared to the one on 17 is a hell of a lot nicer to drive. I rarely use the pickups in game on 17 because they were just awful. I really didn't like the handling on them, so tended to not ever use them. So we've got Apollo and Bella. I'm not going to rename them because we're going to be selling them. Oh, and I've not moved them. Confirm. Let's just close that back up. So let's go and have a look at Bella and Apollo. They're a little bit glitchy when they walk. That looks very odd. Sending my eyes funny. So how do we interact with them? So we can ride them X. So I'm presuming the controls are... yeah. We can canter, trot and gallop. And then we can jump with A. So the animation when you're riding them looks pretty good. A bit slower than Red Dead Redemption though. It's a bit stiff turning as well. Come on. I want to tap, I want to go faster, faster, faster. Alright, let's get back in here. So how do we... oh, clean. Is that it? So do we need to bring up the animal? Yeah, so we've got Apollo's daily riding both at 5%. No, 15% daily riding. So it doesn't really explain what the things are, does it? I can see. So what's this one that's 5%? Is that the training level, I presume? So that's the how well trained they are. The daily riding will be here on the left, so we've got 15% already, which just that short gallop around, so that doesn't seem too bad. So it doesn't seem like it's be too long to actually fill that to 100% each day. So we can we don't need to feed them. And feed them a mix, so it's 60% oat, 40% hay for their food. So they need some oats, hay, water and straw. So we'll top up that. We jump in the maximum. Get rid of the help menu. Drop the rake off. Put the straw in first as we've got the bale there ready. Oh, yeah, I can really do with the rear weight on. Well, it's taking it anyway, so not the ideal way of doing it. So that's full. So we can drop that bit back off. I do like this Warsy bale shredder, you know, the little bale spike included, and you can pick it up the 3 different ways. I think you can pick this one up on the end. I know you can pick it up on either side. I'm sure you can pick it up this end on as well. Yeah. Although, obviously the tractor's nowhere near got enough weight to support it that way, let alone on the side. So we need to put the hay bale in. So what we'll do in the next episode, we should have the grass ready to cut. So that's the hay, and that's filled it up. So 4,000 litres, about halfway, so they're going to need 2 bales to fully fill. So it looks like 1 hay bale per horse. So if we drop this off, pick up the bucket, and then we can put the oats in. I don't think we'll have enough oats there to fully fill the trough, but we should have enough to keep them going until our field's ready to harvest. Which probably will be the next episode as well. One thing I have installed as well, if you look down the right hand side, you probably may have already noticed, picking up the hay bales and that, I've got the, I think it's the fruit indication mod. I can't remember exactly what it's called because I completely forgot I'd got it installed. It's on Mod Hoster. Basically it just puts the label on of exactly what you've got in your trailer or implement harvester, and then it shows the percentage of the actual fill as well. So that's the 936 litres, which has barely put a dent on the fill level. It is a shame they've reduce the fill capacities on these buckets, but I do think they are more realistic to what they were previously on 17, especially the big silage forks for the wheel loader. I mean, it was great having a 10,000 litre capacity, but realistically there was no way that was had a volume of 10,000 litres. So I'll finish topping this up, and then we can take them out for a ride and get their daily riding level requirement up to 100% on each of them. And then what we'll do is I'll skip through the night till the next episode, and then we'll see how much they've actually the values raised up by. Okay, so I've topped up the food with as many oats as we had, which is just over 50% by the looks of it. So they are going to require quite a lot of food for each horse. So I presume it's going to be like 4,000 litres of oats, 4,000 litres of hay per horse. We do need to do the water as well, just remembered looking at that. Got the tank there ready, I completely forgot about the water. So we can just connect this up and top the water up and see how much water they're going to require as well. Okay. For some reason the engine wouldn't cut off then. So the water in, and that's 700 litres, so not a huge amount on the water. So we're not going to be filling up the water tank very often. So let's take... oh, what's that? Bella? I can't remember the names. And see quite how... no, you don't want to go through the open gate? Okay. I think I'm stuck. There we go. There we go. I'll keep going to, going to tap A to gallop faster. I'm not playing Red Dead Redemption. Need to remember that. No more space to place new eggs. Okay, not sure why that's coming up. I'm going to ignore it. Hopefully it'll go away. So as said before, I've said previously, the horses are not something I'm overly souped about, but I thought we'd at least do them once. And I know they are worth quite a lot of money, so they've probably had to make them worth quite a lot of money to make it worth people bothering with them, to be honest. But I do believe it takes 10 days to fully train them up. So 2 horses, 10 days time, we'll have 50,000 each. So it's 100,000 minus the cost of the food and the other stuff that they're gonna use. But it's still probably going to be a fair amount. They do seem a bit slow. I still want to go a little bit faster. We just stop and check. So Bella's daily ride is 30% just going up there. So if we head over... Oh, just run through the neighbour's field. Well, probably a good thing to do is find a kind of circuit that you can just quickly do, and you know once you've completed that circuit that you've got the 100%. So we go up by the, I believe it's a monastery. Now I can loop back round, back down to the farm. I won't do the other one on camera as well. As I say, it's probably going to take quite a few minutes to fully get the 100%. I'll do that one off camera. I've not actually been up here. Been past it, but not actually been up to here. That looks like a construction site. Does look very well detailed. Very nice. So if we head back down this way and join back up the track down to the farm, then we'll see what percentage we've got. There, they really do need to add the ability to bash the A button so you can go a little bit faster. Oh, turning circles, not great. He's probably not going to have the problem you have on Red Dead Redemption if you hit a small rock and you just go flying off. Right, we go this way. Oh, a bit of a glitchy jump. I wonder if they've deliberately put those logs across these paths to jump across. Oh, whoa. Okay, we've got a horse that wants to climb trees. Okay, bit random. Steer clear of the trees with this one. Bella the tree climber. I'll keep going to tap A to go faster. Just remember it's not. The controls are a bit funky, slowing down because you have to, using the controller you have to tap the trigger, so you don't have to hold it down. You tap it once to increase the speed and then press the opposite trigger to slow down. So we'll get this one back in the paddock. Okay, yeah, you don't like going over things too close. So stop Bella and check the daily riding rate. 93%, so that loop wasn't far off being the full 100%, which didn't take too long, about 5 minutes probably to fully get the 100%, which I think is a bit less, because I'm sure in the Giants live stream they did say 10 minutes, but I'm assuming that was, they hadn't fully finished the horses, because they was riding round on horses with no saddles on, and as soon as the person got off the horse it just went straight back to here. So they do seem a bit glitchy when they're walking around in the paddock, but overall they don't seem too bad. The animations on them look quite good. So that's Apollo and Bella. Yeah, that really doesn't look good. I'm sure if that's something they're going to fix. So we'll leave it there for this episode. I say what I'll do is I'll get them both 100%. I do actually need to clean. There we go. Make sure we keep them clean as well. Give them a brush. So yeah, so we'll leave it here. I'll get those up to 100%, and then we'll come back the next game day, see how much the value's increased. We should have our fields ready to harvest. The grass should be ready to cut. Probably will put a layer of fertilisation on. I'll get the other fields fertilised as well, so they've got the full 100%. I'm not sure if there's any weeds showing through. Not at the moment. I'm sure they'll pop up. The weeds always tend to pop up when it's gone beyond the first growth stage, so it seems impossible to ever use the mechanical weeder, which is a bit of a shame, because then we have to keep using the herbicide. So anyway, as I said, I'm rambling on. We'll leave it here. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so, because we'll have new Farming Simulator 19 videos every day with the time lapses, let's plays, and I've also been doing some how-to videos as well for people that are new to the game, new to the Farming Simulator series, just to give them a little helping hand. And if you do have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to see in particular, any suggestions, then please leave them down below. Always do like to hear your thoughts and opinions. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you again. Goodbye.